Every day, 35,000 people take the ferry to Kowloon. And Hong Kongers enjoy rights unique in China. Thanks to the terms of the 1997 handover, Beijing can't interfere in internal matters. There's even a mini-constitution, known as the Basic Law. But many worry that Beijing is dramatically undermining that agreement, that democracy activists are being locked up, and that Britain is looking the other way. We're on our way to a new development, the railway station that will be the new terminus for a high-speed railway link connecting Hong Kong to mainland China. It's raising serious concerns over Hong Kong's autonomy, because inside this station, Chinese national law will apply, not Hong Kong law. The Basic Law states that mainland laws cannot be enforced in Hong Kong. But when the new Kowloon rail terminus opens later this year, Chinese customs and immigration officials will operate inside the station with powers of search and arrest.
After more than 10 years...
Tanya Chan has long fought to defend the Basic Law. She argues this is the clearest violation yet of the territory's legal independence.
This is absolutely the worst precedent, the worst example so far. We are actually putting Chinese officials in the heart of Hong Kong. And now this is the very first time that in Hong Kong we are going to apply national law.
Thousands demonstrated against the plan on New Year's Day. The Basic Law is a list of rights, including freedom of speech, of the press, freedom to demonstrate. They fear the plans for the station are the thin end of the wedge and that Britain is not standing by its international obligations to protect their rights.
I'm not sure whether the British government still remember Hong Kong and still remembers the promises that they have made. The British government definitely has a role to play and definitely can make their comments and raise their concerns. We are waiting for them.
3 years ago, the umbrella protests brought tens of thousands onto the streets over Beijing's control of the candidates for Hong Kong's leadership. They were led by students like Joshua Wong, but the protests failed. Beijing still controls who leads Hong Kong. So the students started their own party to campaign for more democracy. Joshua Wong and fellow activist Nathan Law believe the court system is no longer independent and it's being used against them. They've both been imprisoned for public order offences. Now they're out on bail, but a hearing tomorrow could put Joshua back in prison. And he says he was interrogated naked when he was last in custody.
As a young prisoner, I served my prison sentence inside the highest security prison in Hong Kong. At the same time, they even urged me to take off all my clothes when I need to answer the question. They just treat us like a dog instead of human.
There are suspicions that Triad gang members are paid to intimidate activists. Joshua says prison inmates told him that they'd been paid to attack the umbrella movement.
When I was serving the prison sentence in jail, I met a lot of inmates claim that they have the background come from the gangster. They receive money to attack or physically assault us during umbrella movement.
Joshua doesn't know who paid them. The prison authorities deny mistreatment, and we were unable to speak to prisoners to confirm the claim of intimidation. Those who fight for Hong Kong's legal independence say they're also fighting for its cultural identity. I'm meeting someone who may well be at the heart of the next flashpoint. Hong Kong football fans have been booing the Chinese national anthem when it's played at home games. Now, Beijing has told Hong Kong to criminalise the jeering.
The national anthem is not representation of Hong Kong.
Jack and hundreds like him will be breaking the law if they carry on booing. Why do football fans boo the Chinese national anthem?
We don't think that we are Chinese, we are Hong Konger. The difference is that Hong Kong have democracy And also we have the right of speech and right of demonstration in Hong Kong.
This was at a game between Hong Kong and Bahrain. Fans could be imprisoned for 3 years. New laws could be applied retrospectively. Critics say this contradicts the basic law in terms of freedom of expression, applying Chinese national law and applying it retrospectively. But Jack is defiant. Can they stop you disrespecting the Chinese national anthem?
No.
At West Kowloon Magistrates Court, 9 more activists face public order charges. All were key figures in the umbrella protests. Tanya Chan, who opposes Chinese law in the new rail station, is one of the defendants. In fact, over 50 democracy activists and elected lawmakers currently face court cases that could bar them from office or see them locked up. This is just one hearing in a series of legal moves against the activists. Professors, student leaders and local politicians are all going through the courts, and all of them could face prison time. This case is seen as a clear warning to every level of Hong Kong's democracy camp. The umbrella movement must be crushed. People who lead protests against Beijing must be prepared to face jail. And by using the courts, the tool is the legal system itself.
We are defending our right to have demonstrations, freedom of expression, and very, very important, and is our right to have our own choice of government.
But there is substantial opposition to the democracy activists in Hong Kong. Pro-Beijing candidates here command the largest grouping of seats in the party-elected local chamber.
Nowadays,
Regina Ip is a strong supporter of mainland China. She says those who argue the basic law is under threat are being legal fundamentalists.
In a free society like Hong Kong with a wide range of different opinions, we have among our citizenry people whom I call fundamentalists, legal and judicial fundamentalists who believe in sticking to every letter of the basic law.
Many pan-democrats in Hong Kong feel that the government and perhaps Beijing are targeting them and carrying out somewhat of a political persecution. What do you say to that?
We have no political offences in Hong Kong. If people are charged for disrupting public order, incitement of disturbance, that's all based on common law and common law principles and the statutory laws that we inherited from Britain. I think these accusations are totally ungrounded.
Hong Kong's autonomy was enshrined in the basic law, but the criminalisation of the umbrella protesters and others who challenge Beijing does raise questions about the rule of law in the territory. It also raises questions about Britain's commitment to the people and the system it once pledged to protect.